Hello everybody, this is Wolf, welcome to Iberia, and today we're going to have an update on Etruria Total War. I've been working for a week right now, and I am eager to show you all the things that happened in the development of the mod, so sit tight and let's get right into the updates. Alright everybody, here we are. This is Rome 2 Total War, probably one of my favorite Total Wars that there are, the one that I've spent the most time on, that's for sure, and I have been working on Etruria. So Etruria here, we have a different symbol, it's really pretty right there. I think this is from Nordo's mod, but everything else is not from Nordo's mod. So here we go, this is the Etruscan League. We have two effects for the overall faction, which is first independence, Etruscan theocracy. Etruscan theocracy on the main game just gives you a bonus for Latin culture, but now I have made the bonus extend to Hellenic cultures as well, so there we go. This is quite exciting here because it makes sense. Historically they were you know, very Hellenistically inclined. The Etruscans were, especially at this point in time, and they were also very keen on Latin culture as well. So there we go, we have this. Then as far as the effects of the faction itself, we have decentralized. The Etruscan League was a decentralized state where the power lied on the city, so they were not unified per se, they were very much divided, and the decentralized trait is exactly that I'm trying to represent. So we have less ability to recruit, and that was going to add a little bit of challenge in the early game for sure, because after you capture Rome you get the bonus from Rome, but only on your home region, so you're going to have to watch out for that. I think this is going to give you guys some challenge. Then we have the Great Traders trait, plus 15% trade income, which, you know, it makes sense for the Etruscans. They were very good traders. They traded with almost all of the Mediterranean, you know, not like the Carthaginians, but they were also great traders. And then we have Philhellenes. They have a moderate diplomatic bonus with all Hellenic factions. Again, it kind of makes sense. So let's jump into the campaign. I want to show you how the campaign is going here. Boom. Alright, here we are. This is the campaign map for Etruria. Our capital is obviously Valathri. We have Arminium under our control, and then we have Alalia out here in Corsica. Now, this is exactly the same as the main game, and I am thinking that in the future this is going to be its own little faction out here, maybe an Etruscan off faction here. We could also divide it into 3 factions, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think that the Etruscans holding 2 regions is going to be enough. This one, you know, I don't know. I want to hear your opinions about this in the comments below. So first thing, you know, out of the gate, the colors of the faction are different, and the voices are different. So they're now actually an Etruscan faction, and I changed to this little green color, which I find to be very nice indeed. I like this color, so, you know, I gave him this color. All right. In the army, there's still no different units here. I've already started working on the units, and we're going to see them later on the custom battle map, but here it is, what it is. So let's first go through the politics section here. We already have a family tree for the Etruscans, and you know, I know Nordo's mod unlocks the Etruscan faction, but it does not give it a family tree. So here it is, quite interesting indeed. Challenge. You're gonna have negative loyalty to start with because of your political government. It's a republic, so it's going to give you minus loyalty right there. I added a couple of political parties, so you're going to see them spawn over time. That's also going to be quite fun indeed. Right now we have some politicians to hire from, but we don't have any other nobles, and we are playing as the Paulus family. It's not historical, it's whatever, you know. I read that the Etruscans were, you know, they put a lot of emphasis on the family, and so I just put here the Paulus family because I thought it was interesting, but I couldn't find any actual characters from this period, from this point in time, from the Etruscans. I might change the family tree, but you know, it's gonna be just like this. Okay, so and it works, by the way, it works. All right. everything's working. So let's go to the politics out here. So these are the aristocrats. Of course, they hate Greeks, which is kind of weird, and they are expansionist and populist. So yeah, it's a very, very, very difficult faction to play with. We have 70% influence, so we are a league, which is the republic, and then we can switch to kingdom or empire. We will probably need to get to the kingdom as soon as possible. However, you can just ride the civil research rates for now, and the public order for now. Also, if you go to kingdom, you get +1 recruitment slots, which negates or empire, which is going to negate the debuff from the faction. By the way, speaking on the debuff from the faction here, we can see right there weights in the Etruscan League right there, the decentralized army recruitment slots -1. So there we go. I haven't tested this out yet. No, I still have 3. I'm gonna need to figure out how to get it working, but essentially that's what's gonna happen. So there we go. Now let's go and check out the buildings, because the buildings have changed, and later we're gonna hop on a previous campaign that I had, but let's go here. So for now, these are the buildings that the Etruscans might build. So mines, fields, and it's the field of Laran, and then the sacred grounds. Now the 2 trees that change were these 2, so let's actually have a look at them. We have the field of Laran, regional barracks, army barracks, legion barracks, auxiliary camp, auxiliary barracks, and auxiliary garrison. Now, you've already seen that some things over here are changing, of course, and some things have changed. And what has changed is the recruitment unlocked. So you can recruit auxiliary units as the Etruscans. So that means if you go over into this region, you're going to be able to recruit auxiliary Celtic axemen, for example, which is quite interesting indeed. Okay, and now we're gonna go and see the temples over here. So the temples have been overhauled. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put maybe 1, maybe 2 more temples out here. I'll leave that for you guys to decide, and which gods we're gonna add. So if you guys want to add more gods, I will then make a poll when, you know, asking which god should be added and which should not, and maybe the 2 most voted will get into the game. I'm not too sure. So we're gonna have Tin or Tinia. They call him Tinia on the game, so the voices also call for Tinia right here, but you could name him both names. He's kind of the god of gods of the Etruscans, and you know, it's just the normal thing. Okay, the normal temple of Jupiter, I think, and that's it. Maybe a little bit better actually. Then we have the shrine of Laran. Laran was the god of war, and look at that. Look at the descriptions and whatnot. You know, they all kind of describe the god. You know, this was the god of the wells, Nethunes. It's kind of Neptune, and Minerva. That she was the daughter of Tin, and it was kind of a goddess of knowledge and education, especially of children. So there we go. You have here the description. Wars was an Etruscan goddess of war, art, wisdom, and medicine. She contributed much of her character to the Roman Minerva, because she was taken from the Romans, or the Romans took her from the Etruscans. It's one of both, and people don't really know. I could actually do also a temple of Uni. That would be very nice indeed as well. So I don't know about this. We'll see about it. And look at that, it gives you Romanization edict. I need to change that actually. That makes no sense, but yeah, look, it is what it is. And this is the ones we got Sethlans, and we got Laran. So of course that Laran god of war, it will give you a garrison here. I already started making the garrisons, and I don't think anybody else has the garrison here. So yeah, let's go. Now there is another building. I'm just gonna load up a game out here. I think this one I can do the load of this one. Just a second. Whoosh. Wait. Whoosh. All right, here we are. We're back again. Okay. So what I've done here, this was a campaign that I had started and that went very wrong. So I conquered this, I conquered Neapolis, and then the Romans came and they conquered everything back. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, there's one more building that I want to show you guys, and we go here on the public forum, and it is the burial site. Now, the burial site. This is a building that unlocks gladiators, just like the Colosseum or the the gladiator thing, gladiator school and whatnot. It has a garrison as well, and it is the burial palace. You guys have, of course, the flavor texts right here, with a little bit of a description of what these things would have been, and then a smaller description out here, and with the name burial complex, and then the burial palace, and of course that these would unlock gladiators, and level 3 unlocks the men, level 4 unlocks the women, and I think this is going to be very fun. You're going to be recruiting of course gladiators in your campaigns as the Etruscans, and this is going to be good. The building itself is really nice as well. Even though it costs food, it gives you quite a bit of money, and some Etruscan cultural influence, and of course ranks for dignitaries, which is very good. And it also has a garrison, so it's always good if you have a city with the burial site and the barracks and the Temple of Lauren. You're gonna have a huge garrison here, and I think these are going to be very nice to build. Let me check how this is. Okay, yeah, sure, we can only have 2. I wanted to see if it was working, like the army recruitment slots -1, but we'll see how it's gonna be. Right, so let's hop on to the custom battle, shall we? And I'm gonna show you the new units. All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the battlefield, and we have 2 new units that I've added into the game. And these are the axes of Valaran, and look at that, they have a little description out there, and it's really cool. And of course they don't have an encyclopedia page, but it is what it is. And then we have the city guards. I somehow think that the city guards actually look better than the axes of Lauren, but I kind of like the little leaves that I added on their backs. It's just to make them look different. And look at their axes. Their axes actually are very cool. There are some more basic axes like this one. This is a northern axe, and these are actual proper Etruscan axes, but they are very good. So these axes of Lauren, they are a very strong unit. They have pretty high attack, pretty high defense, charge bonus. These are a proper heavy infantry unit. They are just lacking in a little bit more armor and defense. So, but if we compare these to the Italian noble infantry, they are somewhat at the same level, but they are a much more aggressive unit. If you know what, let's just see these guys in action. Let's go. I'm going to do this battle because it's going to be fun. Like I love seeing these guys fight. They it's just a normal unit with decent animation. I hope you guys like these units. And they are looking extremely good. I am super happy about how these 2 units came out. Look at them run. Oh man, they are amazing. Look at their greaves. They have the gladiator greaves and a bunch of hoplons, showing that Greek influence. I really love the shields on these guys, and I think I'm gonna add more units with these shields. Maybe the Latin swords are gonna have this shield as well. Yeah, probably will, but with a little bit more armor on top. That's gonna be fine, because these guys are very basic. They are a little bit worse than Hastati, right? Okay, let's have them fight. Let's have them fight. This is gonna be fun here over here. So when I finish the mod, I know it's probably a couple weeks out, right? Because I still have a ton of units to add into the game. I want to add a chariot unit. I want to add a couple hoplite units. I want to reskin the Etruscan hoplites with these helmets over here. So these helmets are taken from a mod, a mountain blade mod, and there's a modder here in Rome 2 that used them, and I just took them from his mod. So dude, I'm very sorry, I don't remember his name, but these models actually look decent. They kind of lack the how do you call them, the textures, I think, but they still look fine. They still look cool as they are. Look at that, they're kind of cool. And there's another one actually that has these things that are a little bit longer, so I'm gonna use that on one of my hoplite units. So actually, let's go. Yeah, and they actually say Etruscan guardsmen because there was a city guard unit. Just imagine playing this with Rome 1's soundtrack. All right, let's go. Here we go. They're going to be charging now. All right, that's it. This is what I don't like in Rome 2. It's like that charge was pitiful, wasn't it? And now we have a one-on-one on all units. And these guys are losing, actually, to the noble fighters. The noble fighters have pretty good charge bonus. And they are much better than my unit, actually. The noble fighters are much better than the axes of Laran. Yeah, even though, look at that, they have low melee defense. I think they activated one of their abilities. Yeah, they have the hadn't. That's why they just do a lot of damage right in the beginning. And they're taking very little. Look at that. Wow. Okay, we are losing there as well. I think this is on very hard difficulty as well, so yeah. So yeah, there we go. These guys are just city guards. They're not supposed to be there until very late in the fray. These guys are supposed to be shock infantry, not really fighters like this. They only did 13 kills. These guys already made 26, but that was due to the hadn't. So we shouldn't have charged a unit doing a hadn't. And of course that this is the basic unit. But they just look cool. Oh man, I just saw one of them dying. Not great. Not great. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this was Etruria Total War. This is how the mod is right now. I need to fix that. I need to fix that effect and just keep adding units to the game, and then I'm just gonna add the units to the barracks so that you guys can start recruiting them, and this is going to be quite exciting. I am very, very excited to bring you this mod. I hope you guys are as well. If you liked what you saw, do please subscribe and like for more videos about Total War, about history, and specifically ancient history. It's very good. And if you want something else, check one of the videos on your screen right now. I've been Wolf. Peace.